camped last night. And these people have already staked out their beachfront property. And I'm talking kind of quiet because it's relatively early and a lot of people are still asleep. But yeah, at Doheny State Beach. So we'll see what we can see. Low tone 17, and if I had to guess, well, maybe I won't guess. I think I've been cursing myself by guessing crappy targets, and 17, 18 can actually be a pretty good target, but oftentimes it's a beat down zinc penny. Oh, and it is a fluorescent green fishing weight. Oh, it's 2 fishing weights. At least it's something heavy. So first target, 2 fishing weights, one of them fluorescent green. Got a couple people surfing, one guy stand-up paddleboarding. A little teeny wave that keeps coming through here. If you look down there, and you probably can barely see it on the GoPro, there's probably, I don't know, 50 people out down there at the main break. When I do surf out here, I tend to like this spot a little bit better because it has a little, number one, a lot less people, but a little bit quicker break to it when it actually breaks. Tiny piece of sea glass. Great sounding tone, 17 mid-tone. And I'm using my 800, my Equinox 800, so the signals are lower in numbers. So whereas the 900 I use goes basically up to 100, this does not. This one kind of in the 40s. We lost it. There you go, back into the ocean. Huh. You gotta be kidding me. And the tide is coming in, and there's a set. So we have waves and tide. Hopefully I got it this time. Nope. Oh, I see it. It is another small fishing weight. 2 targets, 2 fishing weights. A whole lot of guys surfing out there. Pretty small swell, but a couple of guys on really, really big boards catching waves. Definitely a longboard morning. Here's that little wave I was talking about. It's a little right-hand wave right off the river mouth. And see if this guy on the stand-up paddle gets it. Maybe. Oh, he worked hard for that. I don't know. I'm not sure. I was told that lobsters actually molt their complete shells. I don't know if that's what happened there or whether that guy was lunch, but it's not a lobster now. Go for a little scenic shot. As there are almost no targets out here. I'm gonna head down to the main beach and see if maybe there's some fresh drop up in the dry. Not my favorite thing to do, especially with wet water shoes. Poking around the dry. Got a really solid 27, and I mean really solid. So I'm thinking dime. And it's actually a copper penny. Does not look like it's been out here all that long. I got a solid 10 right here. 10s can often be really good. You guys listen to this. I think it's gonna be a, I don't know actually, it sounds really good. I'm not hearing clacking though. Yeah, it's a ball of foil. Another detector just walked by, and I'm hopefully gonna get a chance to say hi to him. Hopefully he wants to say hi. So his name is David, and it turns out he's one of the most interesting people I think I've ever met. He drives a race car. He does all sorts of really cool stuff. So hopefully get to be friends with him, because he is really, really cool guy. Got a 1415, and I see exactly what it is. My old friend Modelo. A lot of surfer girls here. Got a blip of a high tone down here. When I say a blip, I mean a blip. Now it's barely audible. Now it sounds like iron. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. That is funny. This is actually a little teeny ring. Little child's ring. A little similar to one I found the other day. I got a low tone 6. It's usually a, oh, never mind. I don't even have to ask. I'm gonna say it's usually one of those little foil caps, and that's what it is. Got another 6. Sounds exactly like the last one. And that's because it's exactly like the last one. There we go. Oops. And I got something else over here. It sounds like iron, but every once in a while it has a little bit of a chirp to it. So we're just gonna investigate. I think it's iron, but we'll see. Oh, I think I see a 10 stake. I do. Yep. It's a 10 stake. Fairly audible, mid-tone. Yeah, I can't hear it at all. I will say my shoulder's feeling about the best it's felt in a long time, so there's that. Good news. Targets are really few and far in between. This thing has absolutely disappeared, so no idea what it was, but we're gonna let it go. 14, and I'm 13, 14. I'm gonna say pull tab. Oh, and I think I see my friend, the pull tab. A mid-tone That sounds horrible. I think bottle cap. And that is because it's a bottle cap. There you go, little harp. To date, this is about all we have, so it kind of gives you an idea how bad it's been. All right, got a little spot for the whole family. Maddie, you're so excited. I got my family right there, and I think I got a 25 right here. Dude, now it's saying 28. It's jumping all over the place. I think it's going to be aluminum. It is indeed a big chunk of aluminum. All right, got a 17, 18. Our 18 pretty much straight on. Yeah, staying real consistent at 18. And we have a zinc penny. Not spendable. We got Jacob, he's gonna do some detecting, and Eddie's gonna be doing the digging. It's a two-man project. We'll see how they do. All right, got a 19. Now it's turning into an 18, but it sounds pretty darn good. And I think it's going to be a beat down zinc penny. And it is an extremely beat down zinc penny. I'm getting a ton of iron out here, but I think I have another 19. Again, probably another beat up zinc penny. Seems to be what's going on out here. Should be in the scoop, and it is another about 3/4 of a zinc penny. Jacob and Eddie just dug this big hole. I think there's a nail in it. They're having problems finding it, but right here I'm getting a high tone everywhere from 24 to 32. So let's see. Should be pretty deep. We'll see. Originally I thought it was a dime, but I'm still kind of leaning towards dime. It says 24, 25. Should be in the scoop. And I think it is a copper penny. All right, boys, here's your treasure. Copper penny for Jacob. We got a blob, you're right. 20 to 22 right here. Now it's got a lot of iron to it. Playing an incredible game of hide and go seek. Kind of thinking blobberite of some sort, or maybe a piece of aluminum boat part. still leaning towards, well, actually, I was wrong. It's a zinc penny, and I think it might even be spendable. The high tone, 25, pretty solid 25. And I don't think I've gotten a dime or a quarter yet, so I'm really kind of hoping for a dime. What do we got? Is it another copper penny? It is another copper penny. I cannot break the penny. I've got one nickel, and everything else is pennies. We have a really great sounding 11. And I think the last 11 I got was a broken bottle, or a broken pull tab. Man, it sounds unbelievably good. What is that? I think it's part of a die-cast car or something. Oh no. Oh, I don't know what the hell that is, actually. Oh, you know what that is? I think that's actually, well, that might even be silver. I think it is an earring. Nah, I think it's just pot metal. Yeah, I think it's pot metal that was plated at some point in time. And that black is not silver. I believe that that is actually a, what do you call it? Non-pierced earring. I forget what they call them. And a clip-on earring with just some pot metal. But interesting nonetheless. 13. Usually a pull tab. Probably shouldn't curse myself. Oh, I think it's a zipper pull. Yep. The old zipper pull. 1920, probably another zinc penny. That's getting real loud. Should be in a scoop. And it hits a big old blobberite.
What is it?
A blobberite. We call blob, like they're burnt up melted aluminum from campfires. They sound really, really good, but they're really, really not.
It's just aluminum.
Aluminum. Aluminium, as the English say.
My digger left me.
Oh, whatever. So I'll show you kind of a trick. It doesn't always work. I'll show you a little bit of a trick. It doesn't always work. But if you put it on that right there, that means all metal. If you're that's usually iron. And there's a lot of it out here.
What's the negative?
That's iron usually. Go ahead and go over it.
-6?
Let me see. Well, you got to move it. It won't. Hold on. Yeah. No, that's iron. Well, you want it? You can nail or hint of a 20 down here. Ooh, big rocks. And do this very gingerly for my shoulder. Now I can't hear it at all, so it's probably pretty deep, whatever the hell it is. Probably a zinc penny, to be totally honest. Okay. Ooh, it's super small, whatever the hell it is. I'm thinking aluminum, because it's aluminum. Small aluminum. Far away, because then he has to walk over to it. You want to keep it close. All right, well, the guys have what should be a 17 or an 18 out of this, in this little hole.
I'm not a good digger. Still there?
Yeah, it's still here. You got to move a little faster. So it's going to be here. So here, I'll dig it for you. Hold on.
Right there.
All right, I'm going to dig it for you. And then I'm going to put it right there. Hold on. Still in the hole. So go ahead, try that pile. Go try your pile first. Nothing there, so you go back to the hole.
Yeah.
Still there. This is my my son who never wanted to metal detect until now. Tutorial. Okay, now try that hole. Nothing in the hole.
There.
So look, watch. Check this out. Go like this. Still in this area. Go ahead and try that. You want to spread it out farther so you've got... So go ahead and get your scoop, Jacob.
Right here. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead and get your scoop. And just take the top little loaf off. Now try the whole, try it, wait, before you shake it. Okay, you should have it. Now shake that. Just shake, keep shaking it.
Oh,
Should be a penny, right?
I don't know what it is.
Oh, actually it's not. What'd you get?
I don't know.
I think that's part of an old die-cast car, to be honest with you. Or plumbing. I think I see threads.
Yeah, let's take a plumbing.
So there you go. You got something, Michael. Good job. Boom. I'm gonna buy Jacob a pinpointer for his birthday. Oh, here comes my wife. Hey, babe. I got my son over there. Jacob's digging a 7-foot hole. My son's got the detector. All right, the guys are way down there digging something. We don't know what. Found this when I was pulling up to get the table. Boom. All right, this qualifies, I do believe, as the worst wrap-up I've ever done, but it is a wrap-up nonetheless. And again, you know, the treasure was being out on the beach with my family. Truthfully, having my son pick up a metal detector after all these years was just so cool. So made me really, really happy to be able to spend time with the family on the beach and camp and enjoy a beautiful beach like that is a rare treasure all itself. So truthfully, not too worried about what we found, but we'll go over it anyway. I got this unbelievably cool wrench. There's a lot of targets I thought I was filming, but I wasn't. I managed to film a lot of myself walking and then turning on my machine and then realizing I had not, actually filmed anything. There is this handle, and I think it's for probably for a file, but if you look inside, there's actually a little bit of metal in there, and so it gave a signal when it was buried. Did get 310 stakes, lucky me. Some iron, some nails and whatnot. Not totally sure what this is. I actually think it's iron with a little bit of lead in the middle because it was kind of given a low tone on top of the iron. Did get some can slaw. Got to be honest, I threw some of it away, unfortunately. I did get some more, bottle caps in different degrees of degradation. I also got, I think I got a couple more pull tabs, but I think those also ended up getting tossed. Some blobbyrites, this one in particular being one of the nicer ones. A nugget blobbyite. I did get 2 fishing weights, actually 3 fishing weights technically. One of them fluorescent green. I'm pretty sure the fish see that and come swimming to get snagged. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not sure why they make them for fluorescent. I found a few of them that way. Did get a little bit of copper, part of an old car. I got 3 of my all-time favorite types of bottle caps, and that's not totally true. I absolutely hate them because they sound so good. The first one being this harp. Again, that one at least was pretty iron based, not quite as nice as either of these two. This one, you know, they come in at 15 to 17 and they sound amazing. And then if you catch just the edge of, the edge of them in your scoop, you think you get gold, and then you cry about it later. And then I got this, no, my Corona. Yeah, these actually sound really, really good. I don't know if it's the paint they use or what. The other ones, those 805s, those things sound amazing sometimes. I did get some of the odder things I got. I found this. I didn't film it much, but when I was actually getting the family set up with the beach chairs, it was laying in the sand, sticking out just enough to catch a little bit of glimpse of gold. And unfortunately, it was this. It is a name brand, so Prada. So it's not horrible, but it absolutely does nothing in the gold category other than goldie, as Jim says. Did get this clip-on earring. Again, it looked like it might be silver because it's got that kind of a gray, black tinge to the front of it, or tint. If you turn it over, it's actually been plated. At some point in time, it is a clip-on earring, and it is absolute junk metal, but it's interesting nonetheless. And the clip actually works on it, which is kind of neat. Another thing that I did not film, unfortunately, this half of a dog tag. I thought I did not. And it is from California, and it looks like the last 3 numbers of somebody's phone, or actually 4 numbers. I think it's 1295. So if you have lost your dog tag and are looking for about a third of it, I have it, so give me a call. And then I did do a whole little spiel on this that I thought I was filming. For those of you guys who have ever built IKEA furniture, you know exactly what this is. This goes into the particle board, and then you twist it, and it tightens up on one of the bolts that goes through the other side of the particle board, and therefore you are able to make your 90-degree joints using these little guys. And so if you've ever assembled a IKEA, let's say a dresser, you've probably tightened 30 or 40 of these. And I've found other ones before. I think it's just the wood ends up floating around, or particle board ends up floating around the ocean, and then eventually these guys fall out on the beach. I did get a few bloburites. This one I think I mentioned, it looks like a nugget. Got some can slaw. I did throw a little bit of that away as well. Did get 2, I told you about the fishing weights already. And then I got this marble. I love marbles. I lost my marbles on the beach. I really do think they're just such a cool, byproduct. They obviously make no noise, but a lot of times in the Balboa Island area, I'll find some really old ones along with some of the coins I dig. Lastly, we got 1 nickel, 2 copper pennies, 8, count them, 8 zinc pennies, 1 of them spendable, the rest of them not so much. This one looks like a bird poop, but it is indeed a penny inside of there. And I was had my buddy Jason, who, if you've ever not checked out his channel, Jason Does Things out of San Diego. Really great guy, great channel. He goes, does crazy night hunts and really neat channel for metal detecting. And I watch all of his stuff. I love it. But he was, commenting on on these ones. I think Daniel up in Monterey as well. And in Monterey Magnet Man, if you haven't checked out his channel, it's another great channel. And obviously my friend Jim, who helps me so much. So all those are great channels. But going back to what I was saying regarding these zinc pennies, I think we need to have a competition who's got the ugliest. My other buddy Wade was like, yeah, the one with the rock was really, looked like a rock, was really cool. So maybe at some point in time we can all get together and put in our ugliest zinc penny and see who wins. I also got a comment, where do I put all my unspendable zinc pennies? I filmed it before, but I'll film it again, and I'll show you guys where these things go. So another weird obsession of mine is a vintage pottery company called Bauer Pottery, out of Los Angeles, California. At any rate, I have taken an extremely expensive and rare flower pot and turned it in to the zinc penny graveyard. That's right, it's a little over halfway full of nothing but unspendable zinc pennies. See if you can count them. At any rate, here's all the unspendables from this hunt, and boom, that's where they go to die. So for those of you who are wondering what I do with all my unspendable zinc pennies, there they are in all their glory. And that is probably a 24-inch tall pot, so that gives you an idea about how many of them there are. Kind of crazy. Hey guys, Pirate Mike here. Just want to say thank you guys so much for watching. I have no idea why I do this, but every time I find a $50 at the beach, I stick it in my eye. Again, I sure hope you like my channel, and thank you again for watching and for subscribing. I really, really appreciate it. Sure love it if you guys would subscribe. You can just click on my head right here, or you can watch either of these two videos.